Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another exciting, riveting, and amazing, spectacular Propagandacast from your host, Imperial Dane, the one, the only master of propaganda. We're off here to a 1v1 on Bayeux in the east. It is Bulat fighting for the Wehrmacht, Germany, Deutschland here with the Panzerdivision Müncheberg, with Osttruppen, Jäger Infantry, and Lightning War with double infantry Panzerfaust versus the west. It is Acehiro fighting for the Red Army, the Soviet Union, the glorious 2nd Guards Mechanized Corps with Guard Motor Coordination Tactics featuring T-35s, heavy mortars, Guards Rifle Infantry, Vehicle Crew Repair Training, and Marked Vehicle forming up here the 3rd Motorized Rifle Company. With Bulat in the west here with Osttruppen featuring Osttruppen, though he's not going for them so far, entrenching tools, the Artillery Field Officer, supply drops, and the Railway Artillery Support with double infantry and Panzerfaust. Forming up here with the 5th Panzergrenadier Company, straight into Grenadiers here for Bulat. He's heading southwards with the Pioniere, MD4 training northwards, and we got Acehiro there with his infantry also heading northwards, so looking like he might be lining up for a push on northern viewpoint there, and that way try and put pressure on Bulat and force him onto the defensive very aggressively. Not a bad idea there at all. We also got sandbags preparing positions as he moves ahead here for the Red Army, inching ever closer towards Berlin. Grand northern point there, 3rd Comms Squad there for Acehiro, and there we go, straight into the MD42 here. Bulat was ready. His MD42 tears through the conscripts. Yuri drops first there, though fortunately alive, though probably with a severe case of indigestion. Parnies heading southwards here. Grenadiers arriving, so Bulat here definitely expecting Acehiro, and of course Acehiro now his plan has pretty much been foiled through the act of tactically anticipating. How will Acehiro respond to this? Will he keep at it, invest more resources, say for example try and go for a deeper flank up north, or will he just switch water center south, basically going, you know what, I've got other places to be anyways. 2nd Grenadiers got around there for Bulat. Grenadiers he could use, well, once you get to command point, them to lay down defenses, sandbags, barbed wire, all that sort of stuff here. We do get some sandbags and barbed wire here from Bulat in the south. Almost running off his own sandbags, that was a bit strange. Merkwürdigung. Engineers there for Acehiro. Pioneer sneaking southwards there, trying to creep up around Acehiro's front line. Maybe heads to this point from an angle he doesn't expect. Shots fired around here. Grenadiers backing off, sandbags in the centre. But 3rd Grenadier Squad. Curious choice here though of Osttruppen without actually going for any Osttruppen. I wonder what the logic behind it is. I mean, must indicate he wants some of the other parts of the doctrine. But again, the question is, what are these parts then? Machine holding up here, Grenadiers got the northern point, and there you go, the Pioneers snuck up behind Acehiro, laid down sandbags, and almost got the point rendered neutral before Acehiro was able to react. That's a pretty sneaky rate there by Bulat. Thumbs up from the propaganda ministry. Grenadiers sitting out there, except they're waiting for Ludwig to arrive there from the Ersatz- und Ausbildungsabteilung. For those wondering what that was a particular type of German formation most divisions had, though by the late war I think that was mostly gone, at least very late war, that base sort of where they'd filter through replacements to the division so they could actually get some training, additional training, you know, pointers from veterans before them being sent to the front line. Fun fact there, by the way. Contra being suppressed, Grand Western point there. It was, I think, a fairly unique German element. Grenadiers trapped in the country, 2 squads versus 1, easily won here by Bulat. The country is sent packing here. He does now have the ability for some, you know, use the entrenching tools. Again, the question is that why he went for the doctrine, like just to access entrenching tools maybe? And some other stuff, though he could also theoretically then go for defensive. So I wonder why again he went for it. But I mean, it could make sense that's why he went for it. But why they on the sandbags? Definitely an interesting match between Bulat and Acehiro. Definitely not progressing how it typically go. 4th Grenadiers, whatever Bulat. No sandbags from the Grenadiers there. Again, I'm definitely a bit baffled by his choice of Osttruppen, but you can see he's not using it. Another MD42s. We've got 3 Grenadiers to MD42s. I mean, that's actually not a bad build at all. It's not a super common build, but 3 Grenadiers to MD42s, so persons he's a fairly well-balanced build in terms of infantry and firepower. Contemplating the Pioneers there in the south, trying to push his way through, but not quite succeeding. Grenadiers being flanked here by the Engineers. Concepts sneaking about. Now the MD42, they're almost done. Backing a bit off here, but repositioning to defend here from the western incursion there by Acehiro, but Acehiro's there too fast. Quickly riding there, making use of the train here to outmaneuver Bulat's MU42 in the south. The country, the Grenadiers continue to clash out, and the Grenadiers not making any progress against the Engineers anytime soon. But there you go, managed to capture the conscripts. The second part of the flank took too long if Acehiro, and they're going to use them to cover the flank here. Still, this is pretty wild stuff here. I'd like to make a nice company up there for Bulat and Germany. Going to around here with engineers, going forwards there. Pushing back the conscripts there with some well-placed bullets. Pioneers setting up, MG43 position here with the conscripts there. And we get an armored car here for Bulat, the 2-2, like the Panzerspielwagen. So he's reinforcing. I imagine we'll be seeing some light machine guns soon for the Grenadiers. I mean, he's got to go for light machine guns on them. It's that Bulat has completely lost me. MG4 sitting up against the engineers pair with the southern victory point, moving on the centre with the pioneers there. Could wire off his opponent's sandbags there, I think, very wisely. And again, lay down some sandbags here. Could be a very smart idea there for Bulat. No barbed wire there. And the south engineers opening up there. And we got the armoured car out. Still no sign of light machine guns here for Bulat's Grenadier of the Panzerdivision Müncheberg, which was a very late war formation, roughly about 1945. It was one of many Panzer divisions where they suddenly just started giving them names instead of numbers. Samax there, very good. Barbed wire off as well. Armoured car supporting the southern push here. So far, the Acehiro finding himself significantly on the defensive against Bulat for now. Support company here. A good use of mix of machine guns and grenadiers so far, paying off nicely for Bulat. And there we go. It does look like, in fact, he went for the doctrine, so he can use his grenadiers to lay down sandbags and possibly even barbed wire. Another fun fact, in Campus 1, Fult's grenadiers and grenadiers could lay down sandbags and barbed wire automatically. I don't know why they can't in companies too. Obviously, no, Fult's grenadiers still technically Panther grenadiers. But anyways, continuing up the west side here into the grenadiers who still haven't upgraded. Maybe just one squad without them. And there you go, Acehiro pushing straight ahead for a fast T-70 versus Bulat, who does not have an anti-tank or any telemines. This could work out fairly well there for Acehiro. And we also got some sandbags there. Thumbs up to Bulat. Machine gun flank though. Good flank there by Acehiro on the Red Army. He's called in some guardsmen. That is an excellent choice there. And he's not far from the T-70 either. I imagine we'll be seeing some heavy mortar from Acehiro as well. This Soviet heavy mortar is just really, really good. So, you know, why not go for it? Got the conscripts going for the cutoff point there. Up north, Grenadier squad remaining here behind for Bulat. Even as Acehiro dives straight in here, though he's going to need to cut off some additional point. No, it doesn't look like he will need to. Otherwise, good flank there by Acehiro. Bulat responding with an armoured car to try and disrupt this counter harassment, but it's sadly not working out there. It's not fast enough. Still, he does have the southern fuel point, so it's not like Acehiro is getting this completely unopposed. Pack 40 on the way, T-70 on the way there. It's going to be a race to see if we can get into position first. Pioneers moving forward, and yep, last Grenadier squad equipped with the LMG-42, giving Bulat there a significant amount of firepower here in the name of Deutschland. Comes there, pushed back by the 222. There we go. T-70 light tank out there for Acehiro and the Red Army. Back at reinforcing healing for Acehiro. MG4 sitting up here. Comes from up the centre. Gonna remaining position here. Could like do more with them, I suppose. And could again leg up. He would like to set up some sandbag positions he wants to cover. The point from a safe position. Still like have some heavy cover there. But there you go. T-70 snag up here. Striking up. They're hitting the weak spot here in Bulat's southern flank here. We got the Grenadiers moving forward to going to Panther Faust it. That will definitely slow them T-70 for a bit. So good response here by Bulat. Acehiro there should have paid a bit more attention, I think. Perhaps again with too much going on there. Up north, trying to flank around. He's caught by the other MG42 here. And the two MG42s do allow Bulat to cover a wider, you know, bit of terrain there. Though again, it is risky. A good punch here by Acehiro could completely break his front line. Guardsman at the flank here. Machine in there getting still bombarded. The T-70s kind of have to fall back up for now. Heavy mortar, I think, could also be an excellent addition versus these kind of tactics here from Bulat. Quick grenade here, Grenadiers routed, and that pretty much causes Bulat's southern flank here to unravel like a poorly knit sweater. Up here, armoured car there, routing the engineers. Armoured car fire there, just pretty much causing them to retreat back here, counter-reinforcing. Hey, mortar at the face here, the 120mm. These are the conscripts, armoured car pushing forwards. Mine hit there up north, Grenadiers routed. T-7 being fixed up. Armour coming about. They got 11 kills. Veterans 1 so far. Fairly good investment. They're all starting to clear out sandbags here and laid down by Acehiro. Flanking by the guards, and those taking some casualties. But now they are flanking the Grenadiers, and the Grenadiers can't cover themselves enough from the guardsmen with the double DP light machine guns. And a heavy mortar is also out now. That's a definite threat here to Bulat's front line, and particularly machine guns. Depending how well Acehiro makes use of it, this could become very dangerous for Bulat very fast. Guard squad, those set losses, drops an anti-tank rifle. Need to retreat them now. Heavy mortar firing down up north here. Looks like it's pretty close to taking out Bulat's Pack 40, which would be a catastrophic blow here to him and the Panzer Division Müncheberg. Coming forwards here. Machine gun repositioning. Trying to stop this socialist advance on the flank, but it is not fast enough. But there you go, actually stops them, and the other M42 also proved to be a problem. Heavy mortar they could perhaps get a bit closer. Bombarding away there in the south. Bit of skirmishing there. Question is, which of the two machine guns are shooting at? Because I imagine he's going to be shooting at one of them. There you go. The one there. Good hit. Though the heavy caliber definitely saves the machine gun crew somewhat. Tech done for Bulat, though not quite close enough to any tanks of the medium kind. Troop reinforcing healing. Guardsmen setting out. Worth noting he's not merging with conscripts with them to keep reinforcement costs down, save manpower for other things. Something he could consider. T-70 with the Grenadiers. So once more, I think he's getting too close with the T-70. Seems like Acehiro is perhaps having a slightly hard time judging the safe distance between the T-70 and the Grenadiers with the bulletin active there. Or maybe he's just not caring, which, you know, is also a definite possibility. Sometimes you just don't care. Armoured car coming out, Pack 40 being hauled back. Heavy mortar there. Yet to find much targets. Bulat, despite the fact that the heavy mortar is actually playing all of his machine guns and support weapons fairly fluidly, so the heavy mortar can't easily deal with him. On top of that, his men also spread out somewhat firmly, so again, they're not super easy targets either for a heavy mortar, like, you know, sudden splat. That said, he can't relax either, because, you know, one mistake and a heavy mortar will punish Bulat. Make no mistake. Going to be positioning again. He's quick to sort of get out there once he sort of suspects that he's going to be under fire there. Comes to their pen down. We got 466 with 385 so far. Small lead for Bulat, but nothing huge either. More disruption, more harassments, more raids. So Palmer coming up here for Bulat, and he's close to the Panda 4. Acehiro, though, still will take some time for 120 T-35s. At this rate, he may have to bring up a field gun, maybe. Or another guard squad, possibly. Mines on the cover. Panda 4 there for Bulat and the Panzer Division Müncheberg. Finishing with the conscripts. And the heavy mortar's back at it. Slightly repositioned this time around. To get closer. Close call there for Bulat's Grenadiers. T-70 also arriving. Pack forward in the flank though. Blasts apart the wall there, which actually removes a strong point for Bulat's machine guns to hide behind. Another close call there. But yeah, so far it seems like Bulat mostly just went for the entrenching tools, which again, he could also go for defensive. So the question is, what else does he want for this commander then? Is it the officer? Is it the supply drop? Is it the railway artillery support? Honestly, I don't know. It's definitely one of the stranger choices you haven't seen in terms of a commander there. But it's interesting to watch someone go for it simply for the ability to lay down sandbags with his Grenadiers. Grenadier squad there wiped out. That's a great kill here for Acehiro. Pioneer is also in trouble now with Acehiro's T-7. The machine gun is also in trouble. Suddenly, Acehiro is really on the offensive. But Bulat has been able to call in the Panther 4 here from the Panzer reserves to throw back here Acehiro's at least northern assault. But the front line is very much in peril here. Almost the entire map is red. And the Soviet flag flies high atop from most of the victory points, if not all of them. And Bulat is dangerously short in infantry too, needs to replace some of these losses. Southern victory points with the Grenadiers, but they hit a mine, and Friedrich and Jürgen get blown to bits. Do get a field gun hit up deal with the Panther 4 until he get out some armor himself. He's definitely behind on fuel, and this is certainly one of Bulat's successes this match, is he's very much ahead on fuel. Again, good harassment, good maneuvering there, Bulat. Thumbs up. Also good use of those machine guns. Panther 4 there. Direct hit from the hay mortar. Not that it does a lot of damage against it. Troops reinforcing healing there. Pack 40 moving out. Gun team with the advancing Grenadiers and the Pioneers. Shot flies over there. Field is setting up and direct hit there. Pop goes the Weasel straight through the Panther Force frontal armour. Then was the advancing Guardsman. Minor loss there as Ludwig drops dead. Still, Bulat is doing what he can to re-establish frontline control. Mechanized armor company for Acehiro in the 2nd Guards Mechanized Corps. In the south, T-70 looks like it might be planning something sneaky here. Could theoretically like be planning to raid the base here. That's in some ways fairly risky, but could theoretically also have a really high reward. Check out the T-70 court here. Panzer Water being fixed up, and there you go. Mechanized armor company there for Acehiro. Can soon begin going for the T-35s, which will definitely be a challenge for Bulat. Panther 4 landing a great hit on the Guardsman, killing 2 of them immediately. Great kill here for them. Guardsman push back. We also got some merges there. Thumbs up to Acehiro. Hey, Mortar with veterans who won, though surprisingly no kills yet. There has been a fairly, I think, good counterplay there by Bulat in a sense. In part, just doing his best to like minimize the possibility of like the hay mortars finding like a good target. Feeling good, good hit in the Panther 4 here. Constantly being bombarded. In the south, we got the machine wing up the southern victory point. We got another Pack 40 here and a Pioneer squad. As he did lose the pack crew, it seems, somewhere. Missed that completely. That's a great kill though for Acehiro though. Machine. Oh, he does have it there. So why is he going for another one? Is he planning to stall for tier 4? No? Or is he just really concerned about the possibility of being hit by a T-35 soon enough and wants to make sure he's got like sufficient number of anti-tank guns to make sure he doesn't get completely rolled over? But yeah, somehow missed that one there. Thought they'd killed. That was my mistake. 305 is for 379. And he's flanking the conscript, pushing them back. Got 7 men upgrades going up as well there. Heading more to there. Actually got some kills now. And Bulat has yet to replace the lost Grenadier squad. Staying up the south with machine guns and packs. Got the 2nd Pack 40 here ready to support Bulat. Machine being bombarded. Acehiro continues to extend his influence towards the northern fuel point here, looking to once more disrupt Bulat's fuel income. Makes sense. I'm guessing Bulat is not going for another infantry squad at the moment because he wants that 2nd Panther 4 out. But really should go for some infantry at some point, but I'm guessing Bulat's not feeling like in a big rush for that, considering he's rushing out more tanks. Acehiro though can go for the T-35 now, but has yet to do so. That is certainly like a day for Bulat. Oh, there we go. Speak of the devil, the T-35 is now on the way. As for Bulat, no Panther 4. Is he planning tier 4 after all then? Going for Grenadier squad first before the Panther 4, or looking to stall into tier 4? Whatever the case, the number 4 goes around a lot, as you can hear. Guard being pushed back by the Grenadiers as they advance here. Including the one with a P-3S anti-tank rifle as well. Got the Guardsman routed here as Bulat's Grenadiers. That was a close one there. Oh, he's cancelling it for Sniper now? Snipers at this point versus the Soviets is a very interesting decision there by Bulat. Oh, it's a bit curious, but it's definitely something else. Then Bulat is clearly not playing the game like most others are, so there's that. He's being pushed back by the Pack 40 up north here, point being seized. Trying to slowly break here Acehiro's northern front line, but it's not quite availing there much. Field gun bombarding the MD-42. T-3035 has arrived now here for Bulat. Not for Bulat, for Acehiro. But it has arrived for Bulat to deal with, I suppose you could say. Pack 47 on the flank here, and the other Pack 40 is not nearby. Others you could have might be maybe he's like set up for a target weak point. There we go. Sniper out, and then he goes for the 2nd Panther 4 here. Meanwhile, the T-55 suffered quite a bit of damage to the Pack 40s. More to try and take out that MG42, but it's not quite having the success that the Acehiro I imagine would like to. In the south, the Guardsmen, they're trying to get the point back, are being met with absolutely insane resistance here from Bulat's forces. The machine gun and the Grenadiers proved to be a rather insurmountable obstacle. You should have just called down smoke with the heavy mortar rather than trying to clear it out, I suppose. Meanwhile, Panther Force breaking through up north here. Acehiro's northern positions are being completely routed now and collapsing at a alarming rate here. So what will Bulat do next? Is the big question here. Panther 4's almost knocked out. Will it be tier 4? Will it be more Panther 4s? More Grenadiers? The south, they finally breaking through there. Overwhelmed the machine gun here. Close to getting a wipe, but does seem like here Bulat is being rewarded for his impertinent aggression. And does not lose the MD42. That's a really close call here for Bulat. He got 284 versus 341. T-55 is ready to set once more. Constantly being bombarded. Grab this on the fuel pump back. We got a DP lock machine gun there, which would definitely benefit from picking up with something. T-55 the landing hit on the Grenadiers. Panther straight into the T-55. That shot bounces off the frontal armor. Pack 4 lands a great hit there. Once more, Acehiro is not quite getting in with his tanks. He's not yet asked for Bulat. There's not much going on there in the base. No additional Grenadiers. Got another field in here for Acehiro. To deal with the large numbers of tanks that Bulat so far is wielding fairly aggressively against him. Field gun, they're almost done. Got the anti-tank gun ready. Using the sending body in the MD42, Pack 40 in the T-70, heavy damage from the armored car. T-70 pushed back. Engineer center being bombarded by the MD42. T-55 blast away poor Friedrich there. A mortar finding gains of 2 there for Acehiro. Got a kill. They almost blew apart the Pack 40 crew there. Can he get some more kills here? Close one, but not close enough. T-55 on the move again. Here gonna be a sniper with a line of fire. We got those Guardsmen routed, unable to withstand the punishment here of Bulat's Grenadiers. Heavy mortar there almost takes out the entire unit, leaves them quite low and healthy. Decent hit on the Pack crew, but not enough. Quickly repositioning, he realizes I think that he's meant a way too easy target here for the heavy mortar. But he does not move the machine gun, interestingly enough. That could get punished. Panther flanking from the north. Decent kill there. There we go. Panther taking multiple hits. Here's the field guns and everything. We got railway artillery support there on the heavy mortar, forcing away the machine. They're almost taken out as well, though. Armor car takes a nice hit from the... Ooh, and he loses the entire conscript there to the railway artillery support. Utterly evaporated. Brutal. That said, Acehiro is close to another T-45. As for Bulat, Tier 4 does seem to be in the plans now here for him and the Panzerdivision Müncheberg. Northfield comes going for the MG42.
Enemy forces are neutralizing a sector.
Grabbing a northern victory point. He's in the southern point here with the Pioneers. Both field guns ready, using the T-70 to spot ahead, so he's probably looking to like catch the Panther Force off guard and then wreck them before Bulat has a chance to get away. More heavy mortar fire there. And you fall into the contours here. Grab the centre of the guardsman. South the Pioneers launching the T-Sims on a fire before being routed. And we got a heavy artillery strike inbound here for Bulat. Once more. This time against the field guns. So clearly there is a plan here with this doctrine of commanders, entrenching tools, and railway artillery support. Though again, feel like he would benefit from the opposite some other stuff, but you know. Almost got the Panzer IV there, though. Absolutely lucky there for Bulat. One shot just went slightly off mark, allowing it to survive. Pretty lucky there for Bulat. Pretty unlucky for Acehiro. Panzer for the center, going straight for the T-55. They need to be careful, though. In particular, since there's no pack support nearby to back it up. Acehiro getting control of the map again. Still not sound anything else in the base here for Bulat. Busy repairing his Panzerwaffe. Acehiro, though, can now go for the second T for the 45. Grenade off here. Attempt to wipe there, but fortunate for Bulat, failed. Unfortunately for Acehiro, it failed. And the field inside again. Bulat, they're flooding quite a bit of resources. Again, it feels like he's setting up for something big, but the way he's doing it is, I think, allowing Acehiro too much of a chance to get back. And Acehiro, though, is not going for another tank, though. You would think he would go for, there we go, for the second T-35 as soon as possible. Definitely, I think, a bit risky at this point, honestly. There we go. We got the flank position there, but aiming for doing a lot of damage. They are getting some kills on the gunner, though, so narrowly allowed them to turn around here. A mortar 5 kills, could stand perhaps from a bit further forward to cover the German part of the front line a bit better. Panzer is almost fixed up. But still no sign of the heavy Panzer away for Bulat and Deutschland. Concentrating northwards against the Grenadiers here. Small one-on-one engagement there in the centre. Pioneers moving forward back up at the Pack 40 in the south here. Better skirmishing here. Grenadiers dealing with the front of it.
T-34 ready for combat.
Close call there, but not quite. But there you go. Second T-3045 ready here for Acehiro. We got 268 to 222. Fairly close, but with a small lead here for Bulat again. So it was for some time in favour of Acehiro. There you go. T-35 flanked here by the Pack 40. Panther moving in. We got the second T-35 on the scene now. Pioneers in the danger zone as they found themselves the target of two T-35s, almost wiping the entire unit. The South here, Panther pushing back the conscript there. Heavy mortar fire here on the MD-40. Oh, that's the field gun bombarding, actually, not the heavy mortar. The heavy mortar, I imagine, is busy with other things that could perhaps join in there as well. Man, that MD-42 crew is really lucky. They probably don't have any eardrums at this point. Heavy Panzer Corps up, and there we go, Bulat going for the Panther, the Panzerkampfwagen 5. Theoretically, Acehiro is not far away from another T-35. We got 268 to 222 going for the Sun Victor Pointier. T-Sim continuing to spot for the field gun. Rushing at one of them, other one in need of repair seed, using the vehicle crew self-repair ability to speed up the repairs. Very good there. Garston valiantly seizing the centre here away from the Germans. But there you go, Panther for counterattacks, and with limited support here from the rest of Acehiro's forces, the Panther IV does not have necessarily a lot to immediately worry about. There we go, got the centre victory point. I mean, worth noting, Acehiro could definitely stand to make use of the smoke barrages with heavy mortar there, definitely a bit of an oversight. But now we have the Panther out here for Bulat. Germany, Deutschland, putting that to 3 tanks versus opponents 2. That said, of course, both sides also have 2 anti-tanks to back them up, so it comes a bit round to have the handling 2. There we go, double hits on the Panther 4, half health immediately. That said, of course, Bulat does have the railway artillery support a possible attack here again versus Acehiro. Up north, T-34 pushing back the Grenadiers. Constantly bombarded by the Panther 4, which is in need of some repairs. They're going bombarding here the Panzerkampfwagen 4, or at least trying to. Acehiro definitely could go for a T-35 more. He might be tempted to go for the Chiffon once the Panthers out of the field here. We shall have to see what he does. Oh, wait, Panther moving forwards here for Bulat. Germany, Deutschland. Breaking straight after that heavily damaged Vechi-2 T-35. If he can finish it off, that could certainly be a blow here to Acehiro and the 2nd Guards Mechanized Corps morale. Other T-35 coming up here, looking to perhaps hit some exposed units here in the south. Not a bad idea here. Catches the MD-42 crew there, unaided and unguarded. On the other hand, the T-35 is also unaided, so could quickly become a sticky situation there for Acehiro. We got 268 under 92. Vechi-2 there gain on the Panzerkampfwagen 4. Garten falling a bit back here, trying to get to the northern point, but Bulat's got that point locked down with an MD-42. We got the constant center versus the MG or the Panther 4 here. Figures are around to the scene and punching a great big deal of holes into the Panzerkampfwagen. Panther 4 pushing through the center. Heavy mortar there exposed as well. Acehiro actually kind of extended at the moment. Trying to cast the armor in the north with the field guns. In the south, Panther 4's fighting support weapons backed up by Grenadiers. In the south, we got one T-35. That's the other one still in the base. It's a real mess right now on the front line here, where Bulat is just breaking through all of the bits effectively. Repositioning some of the armor in the south here. We all got the pack forgemen to the south as well. This could quickly become costly for Acehiro if he doesn't realize this soon enough. Looks like he does, but he's taking a lot of damage on that T-35. We got the Panther Marine as well here. This could very well become a bad situation here for Acehiro in the south. This T-35 stuck here, can't easily get away. We got the Panther 4 moving in. We got the Panther. We got the packs, and there go one T-35 there cooked up. He still hasn't pulled in more armor. It seems like Acehiro is just suffering more and more from like strain and pressure here, and he's just forgetting about like calling in more stuff. Meanwhile, Bulat does not seem to be missing, you know, anything there. This is definitely getting dangerous for Acehiro. He's finally calling another tank, but could have another one out there, or an H-35, which I think would have given him much better odds there. Meanwhile, Bulat pulling back his armor once more. Aircraft shot down, I imagine, by a pin-up machine gun. All the armored car, it seems. Panther moving about here. Looks like he's planning something in the north. Heavy mortar still at it, 6 kills. And a fresh T-35 over there, almost ready. He still has the other one, which is still some time away from hitting the ace level. He's still on a light reconnaissance mission, but I very much found the mission quashed here by the Panther as it literally squashes the squad leader. Machine gun taking a hit from the heavy mortar. 7 kills, they're almost reaching 3 now. Bulat gets the message, pulls out of there. In the south, they're sticking forwards with the Grenadiers, caught in the centre, constant there. Guardsmen push back the Grenadiers, T-35 moving forwards here. Looks like we're about to see the big clash here, the big engagement. The do or die moment. Meanwhile, the other T-35 is still stuck in base. Panther going for the other T-35, Panther, there we go. A Guardsman there, pushing back the Panther there. Bulat still with such an overwhelming advantage. He's still playing it fairly safe here. He's not risking anything versus Acehiro. Pack being flanked, they're quickly cleared up with the Ace Guardsman there. Great kill here for Acehiro. Though there's still a lot more killing to be done. The field guns are not keeping pace. Now there's the T-35. Obviously north to push back the machine in the north here. We got 244 under 75. North here, Panther going for the T-35 there. Vechi-2 versus Veteran North. Halfway to the ace level. Panther finally got machine. We got railway artillery support here. On the field gun in the center here. Pack crew hit. Crew by conscripts there, trying to hold it away there. Railway artillery support's going to catch the troops in. Oh, damn, field gun crew murdered. No, interesting enough, not the guard. T-35 takes some nasty damage here. If he sticks around too long, he could also lose the T-35 to railway artillery strike. Almost got it there. Panther moving forward for Deutschland and got the T-45. Acehiro center has been gutted like a fish. Other T-35 rushing from the north into the Pack 40 here, ace level. We had target pop, weak point here would pretty much be the end of it, but then again I think an ace Pack 40 and a T-35 is, or Panther I mean, is also the end of the T-35. Down it goes and then leaves Acehiro now with just a field gun and a T-70 to stop multiple tanks backed up by multiple ace machine guns and ace grenadiers. I think this could very well be it here, in particular since Bulat still has a vast reserve resource. I'm surprised still hasn't called any troops, and there you go, Acehiro surrenders a loss for the Red Army, a victory for Deutschland. A brutal fight here on Bayeux with some good back and forth action. In the end, Acehiro feel like we're slightly undone by some awkward timings, not laying down mines, a definite oversight there. Most players will typically be very aggressive with laying down mines as the match goes on there. That was, I think, a mistake there by Acehiro, which also helped Bulat out there a lot, but also at times the way he handled engagement, I think, also favored Bulat slowly. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. I learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment on it, tell friends, tell family, but don't tell your enemies. This is Imperial Links and cheers. Thank you for watching. Until tomorrow again for another episode. Bye.